Hey everyone, it's Fast back with another video, and it is the first of the month, which we all know what that means. We are gonna go through my monthly wrap up and my monthly TBR. So let's get into it. Okay, so if you've watched any of my previous videos or watched my July TBR, we know that there was only one book that I planned to read during the month of July, and I did it. And that was A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. Now, I actually really did enjoy reading this book. I thought it was a perfect introduction to Megan Quinn's style of writing. 2, I thought it was hilarious. And 3, it actually made me want to continue reading the series. Now, I absolutely want to continue the Kane Brothers series. At the moment, I do not have space to finish reading book 2 and 3, but I am so happy that I have been introduced to this series and to this novel that I have 2 more books that I've added to my TBR that I'm actually really excited to read. And honestly, knowing that I like the first one, and I've heard so many good things about book number 2 and 3 that it just gets better and better, that I feel confident in, wanting to wait to read these books because I know I'm going to like them, right? And I am trying to get through my physical TBR, so that's why I'm not physically buying them just yet, but at some point you guys will see book number 2 and 3. Okay, and just a little quick synopsis of A Not So Meet Cute. It is a very ridiculous telling of 2 people who basically just meet each other in a deal. Lottie, the female main character, has just been fired. She needs basically a guy to be her fake husband or boyfriend, whatever, to basically make her life seem much more attractive. The male main character, which is Huxley Kane, the oldest of the Kane brothers, is trying to beg this very important client, and the client is just not having it. He does not like Huxley. He thinks he's all business and no personal, and that he's just a robot. So what does he do? He tries to connect with his client, and he ends up pulling out all these lies, and now he needs a fake fiance to go to dinner with them and to basically make him seem more personable. Now you can imagine how difficult that's going to be when he doesn't even know somebody to even fake to be his girlfriend or to be his fiance, let alone somebody who's going to be willing to pretend to be pregnant, as well as from Georgia. So, he just keeps narrowing in on this. And the kicker here is that Lottie and Huxley meet organically, I might add, and they get to talking, and they realize that they could end up in this mutually beneficial arrangement and that they would both get something out of this. Okay, so that's basically what A Not So Meet Cute is about. If you want the full details of A Not So Meet Cute, I do have a video on my channel going through the review of this one, right? And it will be linked down below, of course. So August is going to be a little bit more busy than July was, and I have 3 books that I want to read during the month of August. So the first book is going to be a physical copy that I have, and that is Beach Read by Emily Henry. Now, I know nothing about this book. I've never read an Emily Henry book before. I don't know if it's a good idea to start with this one or not, but this is the one I physically have, and this is the one that I decided to pick up last year to be the first Emily Henry book that I'm going to read, so I'm going to read it. Now, all of my friends and relatives are going to be on vacation. So I am going to read this book during that time because I want to feel like I'm on a beach somewhere and on vacation somewhere, and beach read is what it's going to be. Okay? I am really excited to read an Emily Henry book. I'm a little fearful because I've never read any of her books, like I've said. And 2, I just hear so many mixed reviews about her as an author and how, some of her books just get better and then some of them kind of taper off. Some are better than others. And of course, people are going to have various, reviews and opinions about works. And, the longer you are an author, sometimes some authors works are just not going to hit the way that others do. So I don't know, we're going to see. I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to read Beach Read. And if it's just not something that I like or not something that I want to keep, I might either give it another shot or just give it away. So we'll see. I do not want to sound pessimistic about this because I feel like I'm giving off negative vibes or that I'm just not excited to read this book or I'm not giving it a fair chance, I promise you I will give Beach Read a like 100% shot, and I'm going to go into it with an open mind. And I don't know, it's about two people reading, so I feel like I should enjoy this, right? Like as a book lover, and as somebody that likes to write for fun, like I feel like this could be a good read for me, or it could be a good match. I do have varying interests in my books, as you guys have seen. I know a lot of the videos that I put out are very similar and the genres are very similar, but I do promise you guys I have varying tastes and I'm very forgiving when it comes to literature. So I do go with an open mind on everything that I read. So if I really don't like it, then that's a little telling that it's just not for me. But like I said, I am going to go into this with an open mind, and I am actually really excited to read this. I do think this is going to be a very cute summer read, and yeah, so can't wait for that. Now, the other two books that I would love to read are actually going to be on my Kindle. They are my two anticipated reads that are coming out this month in August. Well, actually, one of them comes out on July 30th. It is actually called Fall With Me by Becca Mack. Now, I hope you guys recognize that name from a previous video of mine, but Becca Mack is one of my favorite authors at the moment. She is the author of the Playing for Keeps series, which is Consider Me, Play With Me, Unravel Me, and book number 4 is going to be Fall With Me. Now, I am really excited for this one. I didn't know that I was going to really enjoy Jackson's character the way that I have, considering the fact that he was a new character and he came in book 2. Okay, we don't really know much about him because he's still the new guy on the team. The Playing for Keeps series is a professional hockey romance. So all of the players are, in their mid to late 20s and are full-grown adults with well-paying jobs, and they're just living their life. Jackson's character, like I said, we don't really know much about him. We just know that he's the new guy. But we do get the sense that he's like a partier, right? And that he just loves women and he loves to party. So, I feel like his story is going to be great. The main synopsis of this is that he ends up in a one-night stand with this woman. I can't remember her name, but he ends up in a one-night stand. I guess he doesn't think he's ever going to see this woman ever again. She becomes actually the new team photographer for the Vancouver Vipers. So she ends up having to see him every day, and he ends up having to see her every day. Now, from my understanding, is this becomes more of a friends with benefit type of situation because neither of them want to have anything serious, but they end up in a relationship with each other at some point. Whatever kind of relationship it is, whether it's serious or not serious. So I can't wait to see that. I'm really excited to see how Jackson is as a person because we don't really know much about him apart from, being a part of the team and being in the group. It's always fun to read a story of, that one special person that gets the man or the woman to, change their ways and to kind of just like go out for them. Plus, I know that Becca Mack is going to deliver a long book, which I'm a fan of those 400-page novels. 2, she's going to give us plenty of spice. I know that for sure. And 3, she's going to give us a very heartwarming and swoon-worthy story that I just can't wait. And I love her, okay? Just please go support Becca Mack, okay? So the final book that I'm going to read, or the third book that I'm going to read in August is, again, like I said previously, it's from my anticipated reads. It hasn't come out yet. It comes out, I believe, at the end of August. That is Wicked Serve by Grace Riley. Now, Grace Riley is also a newer author to me. I've only read one series by her, and it's the current series that this book belongs to. It is college romance, and it is a family of 4 siblings, so 3 brothers and 1 sister. The sister, her name is Isabel, and this is her story. What I really like about Grace Riley's stories is that each book is a sibling, and 2, each sibling plays a different sport. So in the first book it was a football romance called First Down. The second book was Breakaway, and that was a hockey romance. And then the third book was, I can't remember what the third book was called, but it was, it's with the third sibling, and he plays baseball. So the fourth book is Isabel's or Izzy's story, and she plays volleyball. Okay, so I really like the fact that I'm gonna read a a sports romance where the girl is also an athlete. I think that's going to be super cool to read. I don't get to read too many of those, right? So I think that's going to be awesome. And I've never read a volleyball romance as the sport, so I think that's going to be super cool to see that as well. And the story basically goes that Izzy had, a summer fling with this guy named Nick, and he is actually one of her brother's rivals in hockey. And he ends up transferring over to her university, and now he's going to be playing on the same team as his rival. So that's kind of going to be interesting. I believe what had happened was during the summer, they're like, okay, that's it. We're not really gonna, this isn't gonna go past a summer fling. But then when they find out that they end up at the same, school, and that they have this connection of now he is going to be playing with her brother, and her brother's actually the captain of the hockey team. So you can't really disrespect the hockey captain like that. It's going to be like bad blood for the team. So we'll see how they navigate that and how secretive they are. Okay, the Callahan siblings, they, they're very cute with each other. They're absolute amazing siblings, but they also, keep a little some to themselves. And I'm just like really interested to see how they're going to do that. And I'm really excited to see some cameos from the other, siblings. And, I think it's really cute that they all have like their family crest tattooed on their body. And I just think that's super cute that, they're able to do that. So that is gonna be the wrap up and, the August TBR in this video. So my wrap up of July was A Not So Me Cute by Megan Quinn. And then the 3 books that I would love to read in August, which I do plan to read, is going to be Beach Read by Emily Henry, Fall With Me by Becca Mack, and then Wicked Serve by Grace Riley. So stay tuned for reviews on all of those. I really hope that each one of these books live up to the expectation and, this excitement and anticipation, because trust me, guys, I've been waiting a year for Wicked Serve to come out. Okay, and I've been waiting a year for Fall With Me to come out, because book 3 in both of these series came out this time last year. So I am so ready and willing and able to read all of these books and to give you guys a really good review on them. And yeah, so I'll see you guys back with another video. Bye.